At this time, we will sing the national anthem and the alma mater. If you are able, please remain standing.
Good evening. I'm Maureen Letcher, the senior high principal. Welcome, parents, family members, friends, teachers, staff, school board members, administration, and most importantly, the graduates. Before we continue with tonight's ceremony, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Black, Mrs. McConnell, Mrs. Lascoli, Mrs. Everline, Mrs. Ray, the maintenance and custodial staff for all of their behind-the-scenes work to make tonight happen. Also, I want to thank Mr. McCloskey and Mr. Mathias and the senior high teachers and staff for all your support and hard work that you do throughout the year. And congratulations to all the retirees. Thank you to the students in Fantasia, the band, orchestra, Mr. McCain, Mr. Sheehan, Mrs. Everett, for being here tonight and adding beautiful music to the ceremony. At this time, I would like to ask the following students to please stand and to remain standing. John Campbell, Shane Conrad, James Kelly, Jefferson McCoy, Aiden Moyer, Benjamin Smith, Aaron Smith, Ty Shinell, Jordan Wardrop. These students have committed to the military to serve our country. Let's show them our appreciation. Your dedication to serve our country is honorable, and this community holds it in the highest regard. Thank you. Now I would like the students who receive special awards during this month of May to please stand. These individuals have gone above and beyond in their time at the senior high and were recognized for doing so through scholarships and awards. Let's congratulate these students. Great job. I'm now going to introduce our first student speaker, our salutatorian, Samuel Blesha. Samuel is the son of Adam and Jill Blesha. He plans to attend Penn State's Sapphire Leadership Program and major in business analytics. Sam?
Thank you. Good evening. Tonight, I've been tasked with talking about the past. So it's only right to start by thanking those who have helped shape the present. Firstly, my parents, who have always supported me and understood my potential. The staff here at Hollidaysburg School District, who helped so many of us seniors thrive both in and outside of education. My fellow graduates, with whom I've shared so many valuable lessons and unforgettable memories. And one special shout out to my first true fan after switching to public school, Sebastian. From our first meeting in 4th grade to standing on this stage together, it's been an amazing journey. So thank you and everyone else present who made this day possible. When we first transitioned to the senior high school for sophomore year, every class presentation and social gathering was intimidating and anxiety-inducing. I could never imagine speaking in front of thousands of people. Even that long ago, I wish that this day would never come. But the funny thing about time is, it passes, and the future is waiting for us whether we like it or not. Think of someone confident. They probably hold their head high, seem unfazed by everything. You may think, how can some people be so comfortable, so assured, so free? That's something I used to think about all the time, and occasionally it still comes crawling back. But I have begun to persuade myself, doubt is always hiding somewhere, even in these idols. The most confident people aren't the ones without doubt. They're just the ones who didn't let doubt win. They heard the same voices telling them they weren't enough, had the same stumbles in their life story. but they got up every time. It's these losses that teach us much more than any win ever can. Of course, I'm not telling you to disregard the many achievements you have made, both as a Hollidaysburg student and throughout the rest of your life. Because the journey does not feel complete when we disregard the destination. We are all here tonight to celebrate an amazing win. However, as we reflect on the past, the obstacles you encountered on your journey have played arguably a more pivotal role than the successes. It's in the moments of uncertainty, of failure, of starting over, that you learn who you are and what you're capable of becoming. These experiences don't just prepare you for success, they give success its meaning. So while we celebrate how far we've come, let's not forget to honor the struggles that got us here. I've taken a fair share of punches throughout my journey, but that didn't stop me from standing here now. I know that every person sitting in front of me holds their own personal struggles, most of which I have absolutely no idea of. But that didn't stop you either. As we face our future this evening, let those past experiences give you confidence. When doubt starts to creep in again, remember, you fought it off in the past, so you might as well do it again. I used to hear the future knocking and pretend I wasn't home. But today, I can tell my anxious 10th grade self, look what you've done now. Real confidence is a process. It's earned every time we keep pushing forward despite the weight of our doubts. Class of 2025, be proud of all the moments that brought you to this night, good and bad, because your past has prepared you for the journey ahead. Thank you.
Mr. Jeffrey McCain and Fantasia will now sing Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Our next speaker is valedictorian Sebastian Diaz. Sebastian is the son of Juan and Chuy Diaz. He plans to attend Notre Dame and major in biology on the pre-med track. Sebastian?
Thank you. Hello, my name is Sebastian Diaz, and I welcome family, friends, teachers, administration, staff, board members, and the 2025 senior class. Some of you might know me as a classmate, teammate, fellow marching band member, and musician. Others know me as a son, brother, and even boyfriend. Funny thing is, when I initially told people I was so committed to taking all my AP classes and courses, I always told them it was for the speech at the end of the year. And now that I have this speech, I regret to inform these people that I have lied. Not that having the speech isn't cool and all, but acquiring the speech was not why I sacrificed during my high school years. To be honest, I never really knew for the longest time why I put this effort into each of my days, and I just used this speech as an excuse. But now, as I reminisce, I understand. I wasn't chasing a speech, but rather a feeling, a testing of my limits, but also a sense of worth. And let's be honest, it isn't a unique feeling. In this generation, we've all felt that competition, the comparison, the quiet, constant temptation to measure ourselves by not just our gifts, but by other people's gifts. And with this comparison comes the inevitable, jealousy. First and foremost, I'm not going to stand up here and act like I've never been jealous before, or I've envied what others have. Jealousy is natural, and I'm part of everyone who's guilty of this feeling that you aren't up to standards, or aren't smart enough, or fast enough, or strong enough, or rich enough, even pretty enough. See, I was also never the smartest, fastest, strongest, best at anything. Yet gifts are not defined by comparison. You see, as one goes about life, we will venture into a world of success, failure, happiness, misery, the good and the eventual bad. Especially as the future waits and people get older, sometimes they panic. They don't recognize that everyone goes on a different timeline, whereas we have been lockstep for all of our entire lives. Now the world opens up, and it will be tempting to compare your accomplishments to someone else's timeline. They've figured it out. They got the job, got married, got the internship, got the house, posted great pictures, whatever it is. This is when you first realize the exact moment we have to lock in and focus on our own race. Speaking of races, as many of you know, I ran track, and my race was the 800-meter dash. The 800 is a special race. You go out too fast in the first lap, you might not see yourself finish that race. Go out too slow, and you already wasted energy going at a pace you'll regret. Run your own race, and a PR is bound to be set. You just have to realize the race was never against other people. Before I continue, I'm not downplaying ambition. I know what it's like to perfect your craft, to want more, to be better. Ambition is good, yet ambition can sometimes blind us from realizing what we have and distract us with new goals that eventually change and become newer goals, inevitably creating a never-ending cycle of pursuit. This pursuit can become incredibly discouraging, especially when we place another individual's talents in the spotlight. You have to realize that another individual's success does not make you a failure. So I ask you, class of 2025, feel the moment. Feel the water droplets hitting your skin. Embrace the brisk wind. Realize your sense of breathing. Even listen to my beautiful voice. Life was never meant to chase everything you don't have, because let's be real, when you locate your worth outside of yourself, in the grades, in the awards, in the medals, it will never be enough. As a wise person once said, the unknown crave fame, while the famous just want the privacy they used to have. The young want to grow old, but the old wish they had their youth back. The poor want to become rich, yet the rich sometimes wish for the peace they lost while chasing wealth. As human beings, the cycle of ever wanting continues, as the grass always seems greener on the other side. The reality is, we don't need it all to have worth. I'd encourage all to enjoy any growth in our lives, remember where we've come from, and to just spread love to others. So, as I end the speech, root your sense of worth in who you are, not in what you have or what you do, and especially not in what other people have and what other people do. I thank God for the ability to spread this message and to run my own race, because the truth is, nobody has it all, but everyone has enough. Thank you.
This year, our top GACTC speaker is Rachel Darris. Rachel is the daughter of Donald and Leslie Darris. She studied graphic design at the GACTC and plans to further her education to become an art teacher. Rachel?
Hello, hi, I'm so glad I'm wearing heels. This is so tall. Hello, and welcome to all the family and friends attending, and to the teachers, administrators, staff, and board members. And congratulations to my fellow graduates of the class of 2025 and their umbrellas. I think everyone sitting here can remember 8th grade when we got that big CPC spiel about the GACTC and all the career clusters they have there. Well, at the end of 9th grade, after hearing my best friend hype up graphic design so much, I decided to apply for it, and surprise, surprise, I got in. Throughout my school years, I've always struggled to find my place in a school environment. I didn't fit in with any people, and at the start of CPC, I still felt that way. It was scary getting to know this whole class of people I've never met, but we all shared one thing. We all had a passion for art and decided to try graphic design. For me, this is what I value the most about CTC. You're put in a class for something you aspire to learn, and you're among people who all share a similar interest and want to learn the same things as you. Whether you're in arts, business, construction, engineering, health, technology, or transportation. This type of schooling allows for people to really see what a day in the workforce can be like. You spend more than just a quick 42 minutes with a group of people. You have over 2 hours a day with people all learning the same things as you and creating and building. You get to share your work with others and learn from them and help you with your own skills to grow and learn. Spending so much time in these classes also helps students to get to know their teachers and get along with them. I personally am so grateful to my graphic design instructor, Mrs. April Spar. She was an encouraging and supporting teacher who always helped in every way she could, just as many instructors at the GACTC do. You have more time with each of your instructors, and for people like me, it allows you to feel more comfortable and confident in asking questions, which strengthens a learning environment for everyone. Overall, my experience at the GACTC and being surrounded by others who are passionate about the same things has made me proud of the things I have accomplished and open to so many opportunities. I am so glad I took that risk in 9th grade and pursued something I love, and I am so, so grateful to everyone that has been there and supported me along the way. As we get ready to graduate tonight, I'd like to encourage everyone to follow your passion, even if it takes you a little outside of your comfort zone. That's where you find your people and your place. And in the wise words of Paris Hilton, that's hot. Loves ya. Thank you.
Those are definitely tough acts to follow. All three of you did an excellent job. Thank you so much. So, class 2025, it is an absolute honor and privilege to stand before you as your principal, and also the mom of a senior in this class addressing you on this momentous occasion. And remember, as you sit there with your umbrellas, I asked you if you wanted to be in the rain, and you all said yes. So here we are, but we're outside. I'm glad that everybody's happy with that decision. You made it, seniors. You made it. When my son Mitchell was a little boy, he asked me a question over and over again. Mama, if you had a superpower, what would it be? Over the years, my answer changed from being invisible to flying to reading minds, but the more I think about it, that might not be the best idea for a high school principal. And just today, I was reminded that predicting the future is definitely not my superpower. This morning, I woke up to find my kitchen filled with balloons, a "You've Been Pranked" sign hanging on the wall, flowers, candy, and a heartfelt note on the counter. It turns out that a group of seniors snuck into my house last night to pull this senior prank. And when I checked the basement, many of them were sleeping down in my basement. So I luckily got to wake them up though for the 5:30 sunrise breakfast. But they had the superpower of filling my heart with laughter and of filling my heart with love. Thanks to the Marvel movies, we're familiar with superheroes who each have one defining power. But when I look at you, the class of 2025, I see something even greater. A group of individuals, each with multiple superpowers, and each with completely unique personalities. Let me share some of the incredible superpowers I've seen in all of you. Kindness, something that I witness every day walking through the halls. Positivity, as Sarah so beautifully mentioned at baccalaureate. Leadership, shown in your achievements at your YEA businesses and your FBLA national recognitions. Your athletic power, demonstrated by Isaac and Emily qualifying for national track meet, the football team's 13-1 record, the baseball team's first trip to the state championship last year, and multiple district titles this year won by girls golf, girls swim, girls soccer, girls tennis, girls basketball. This class has some serious girl power. I have seen the creative talent superpower displayed through music and the arts. So many of you qualified for All-State PMEA, the Eastern Division of Honors Orchestra, and of course, Les Mis, taking home Best Production at the Isaacs Award. That was unbelievable. And most importantly, the power to persevere and succeed, as proven by every single one of you as you walk across the stage tonight. As you step into the next chapter of your life, please remember this. When you enter a room, a workplace, a community, take a moment to observe, look around, see what others bring, then reach for the superpower that only you can offer. Because each of you has many to choose from. And if you use the right one at the right time, you will make a difference. It has been an absolute privilege to be your principal. I consider myself lucky to have spent the last 3 years with you, and I can say with full confidence, each of you is a superhero in my book. Thank you for what you've brought to my life. Keep discovering your strengths. Keep using your powers for good, and never stop working to make this world a better place, because I know you will. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go Tigers! At this time, I would like to introduce the Hollidaysburg Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Curtis Weitzel.
Good evening, graduates, family, and friends. It's not only my privilege, but also my honor to be part of your special night, and I thank you for allowing me to speak briefly and share just a few words. As I stand here tonight, I'm reminded of a famous quote by the late baseball coach, Tommy Lasorda. Tommy said, "The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination." I heard this quote many years ago and has resonated with me ever since. Looking back at life, the things that we have all accomplished, they came with hard work and determination. As you sit here tonight, take time to reflect on your own accomplishments and the things that you've succeeded. How much has determination played a part in everything that you've accomplished? Athletes, if you were not determined to prepare and do what was needed to be done, would you have succeeded the way that Dr. Letcher just said that you succeeded? Performing arts students, I asked you the same question. Would Les Mis have been the greatest high school performance that I have ever witnessed in my life? If you were not determined, would you have brought home all those Isaac Awards? Scholars, GAC-TC grads, everyone on this field, if you were not determined to be the best and most prepared in your endeavors, would you have accomplished what you've accomplished thus far in your life? I ask these questions not looking for you to answer, but for you to think about how you got here and where you are going. If your destiny is to be a CEO of a company, a professional athlete, or fly to the moon, be determined and put the work in to get there. There are no goals out of reach. Of course, there may be obstacles, but maintain your focus and outwork everyone around you. Be the most prepared, and I guarantee you great things will come your way. Some may consider this a coach's talk or a rah-rah speech. I consider it a teachable moment. You see, you all have done amazing things in a very short time. Whether you know it or not, you're graduating from one of the most recognized school districts in the entire state of Pennsylvania. Hollidaysburg Area School District stands for and demands excellence. We are the standard that others strive to be. Your determination and commitment to Hollidaysburg, to the Hollidaysburg way, is why you're receiving this much-earned diploma this evening. Determination, pride, work ethic is instilled in you more than it is in others. Take what you've learned and run with it. Be who we know that you can be. Ladies and gentlemen, leave here tonight not only making us proud, but making yourself proud. You are Tigers forever. Thank you.
Before I begin to call the students' names for their diplomas, I would like to invite Faith Ellingwood to the stage. Faith is a family friend of Amy Sia. And for those who, Faith is receiving Amy's diploma on behalf of her family. And for those of you who don't know Amy, tonight she would have graduated with the class of 2025. And it truly is important that we take a moment to remember Amy Sia and celebrate her life. Amy was one of the happiest people you ever could meet. Amy was a cheerleader for our school. She always had a smile on her face, a kind word to say, and had more school spirit than anyone. We really miss you, Amy. Okay, now we will have the presentation of the graduates' diplomas. Nada, a 4. Ralph Joseph Alvarado. Hunter Houston Albright. Troy Emerson Allen. Dylan Michael Anderson. Elizabeth Jane Anesti. Dawson Hunter Ungst. Suni Avila Chavez. Maddox Cohen Bainey. Ava Marie Barger. Mitchell Richard Letcher Baroner. Charlie Elizabeth Berchevsky. Ava Marie Barton. Dominic Link Battisti. John Stephen Bauman. Gavin Thomas Bell. Tyler Bem. Joshua Scott Bender. Jaden Lee Benton. Braden Manning Berkheimer. Eliana Grace Betwee. James Robert Bilo. Aiden James Biddle. Aiden Kenneth Billick. Tyler Jacob Balot. Olivia Grace Bizzacco. Mia Joy Blake. Scholar of Distinction, Samuel Adam Blesha. Vion Michael Bongiorno. Bryce Joseph Borowski. Braden Ross Brynick. Scholar of Distinction, Carson Andrew Brenneman. Scholar of Distinction, Madison Rose Breton. Easton Joshua Bricka. Scholar of Distinction, Madison Page Brown. Jacob David Brewer. Caden Charles Brubaker. Madeline Rose Bukowski. Riley Ann Burke. Colt Mason Butler. Rain Presley Cameron. Emma Louise Campbell. John Darrell Campbell. Kaylee Jade Carrier. Donovan Blaine Cassidy. Scholar of Distinction, Even Chen. Charles Daniel Clark. Evan Christopher Clark. Scholar of Distinction, Emily Elizabeth Clapper. Lincoln Madison Conrad. Shane Michael Conrad. Bryce Anthony Conway. Layla Mary Cooper. Alexander Ross Cruz. Rachel Elaine Darris. Amelia Grace Darnell. Christopher Michael Decker DeCourt. Adeline Faith DeStefano. Scholar of Distinction, Sebastian Paul Diaz. Kirsten Rain Dotson. Aiden John Drass. Dante Preston Emmerich. Caleb James Engel. Ava Nicole Eshelman. Parker Miles East. Liam Quentin Everett. Jacob Matthew Fadusky. Addison Elizabeth Faringer. Angus Rory Feather. Colton James Folcomer. Scholar of Distinction, Natalie Josephine Foster. Elizabeth Noel Frazier. Emerson Lee Frazier. Benjamin Sidney Friedman. Guillermo Macau Gaffney. Hiram Eugene Garber. Andrew James Giese. Benjamin Michael Jervinsky. Caden Russell Gibbons. Scholar of Distinction, Lily Jane Grosser. Lauren Emily Hines. Braden Douglas Hamilton. Scholar of Distinction, Madeline Grace Hatch. Emma Marie Hare. Alyssa Lynn Hine. Micah Roy Housel.
Go, Micah! Go, buddy!
Edward Joseph Hickton. Malachi Vaughn Hill. Bailey Marie Himes. Kata Star Hinch. Mason Allen Holsinger. Avery Quinn Hooper. Anthony Ryan Hoover. Dylan James Hughes. Sarah Nicole Hypes. Devin David Jenkins. Kenneth Richard Jenkins. Emily Nicole Jones. Scholar of Distinction, Gideon David Carnes. Bree Elizabeth Kelly. James Robert Kelly. Caleb Thomas Kephart. Grace Chi Kephart. Taylor Rain Cavaran. Katie Elizabeth Klinger. Will Harrison Cordish. Carson Daniel Krupka. Logan Michael Krupka. Eva Lensver. Israel Nevea Larson. Caitlin Elise Lenhart. Leanne Leonard. Bryn Eileen Lakota. Gabriel Anthony Lavella. Gary Lynn Long. Colby Ray Long. Malaya Giselle Luke. Riley Elizabeth Mackey. Wyatt William Maines. Sarah Marie Mallory. Abraham Kenneth Manfred. Isabella Marie Marquez. Luke Andrew Maturin. Addison Paige McCloskey. Scholar of Distinction, Jefferson Reagan McCoy. Rachel Mackenzie McCullough. Bailey Nicole McIntyre. Clinton James McIntyre. Marissa Janae McKee. Joshua Ellen McKenna. Madison Paige McLaurin. Nathan Edward Malbinger. Amelia Louise Micah. Olivia Reese Mickness. Isaac David Miller. Haley Elise Morgan. Ryan Lee Morningstar. Greer Marie Morris. Sophia Madison Morris. Riley Nicole Morrison. Gina Marie Mosey. Ellen Michael Mowry. Aiden Joseph Moyer. Sophia Ann Moyer. Robert Alexander Mullen. Scholar of Distinction, Claire Ann Merciak. Adam Jeffrey Musselman. Peyton Nicole Muse. Scholar of Distinction, Sarah Ann Nietrauer. Megan Elizabeth Nelson. Azaria Dawn Parks. Broderick James Partner Gore. Christian Edward Paul. Heinrich Arthur Pavlock. Alexis Bell Peacock. Paisley May Pierce. Addison Brooke Perrin. Scholar of Distinction, John Finian Peterson. Scholar of Distinction, Leah Rose Petronak. Trenton Gage Piper. Carter Matthew Clayton LaPena. Logan Michael Pope. Michael William Potts. Isaac Michael Frummick. Isaac J. Queevy. Marta Rabuljo Romez. Brianna Lynn Riley. Matthew Robert Richards. Jacob Dalton Ryden. Alicia Evelyn Rios. Quentin William Ritchie. Scholar of Distinction, Lucas Clark Rivera. Adriana Rose Romeo. Bailey Jean Ross. Kimberly Ann Salyers. Ava Alejandra Sanchez. Aiden Matthew Shank. Mason James Shank. Scholar of Distinction, Benjamin Adam Schmauder. Hannah Louise Seifel. Levi Nathaniel Sensenig. Alexander Joseph Cervello. Scholar of Distinction, Andrew Donald Shanafelt. Gerald Michael Shaw. Sierra Christine Shute. Damon Wade Skyber. Caden Michael Slippy. Colton Lee Schmiel. Aaron Jacob Smith. Aiden Robert Smith. Benjamin James Smith. Emily Adele Smith. Travis Marshall Smith. Madison Riley Sollers. Jada Leanne Spade. Adriana Marie Spallone. Stone Michael Reese Swall. Scholar of Distinction, Grady James Steiner. Trenton Jack Stern. Allison Paige Stevens. Lauren Carroll Stevenson. Scholar of Distinction, Joel Andrew Stock. Elena Mae Stump. Maddie Grace Sahoni. Emily Jane Schwartz. Ty Robinson Schinnell. Marlena Ruth Tannehill. Evan Paul Tatusko. Daniel Lloyd Fays. Josiah Starr Thomas. Louis Vincent Thomas. Kian T. Tran. Leona Nicole Treon. Eric Scott Olery Jr. Scholar of Distinction, Sarah Jane Urban. Isabella Danielle Bent. Sarah Elizabeth Waldron. Jordan Brent Wardrop. Paul Kenneth Wadle. Jaden Thomas Weimer. Carter Evan Weitzel. Hayden Jacob Weitzel. Sarah Paige Weitzel. Christian Jacob Went. Levi Jacob Worstel. Scholar of Distinction, Garrett Shane Wirtz. Jacob Russell Wirtz. Lillian May Wyatt. Bronson Marshall Whetstone. Christian Michael White. Garrett Emery Wilkins. Madison Lee Williams. Ethan Quinn Willis. JC Renee Wilt. Zoe Lynn Wilt. Lily Nevea Winters. Julia Claren Wolf. David Ludwig Wolfinger. Scholar of Distinction, Julia Claren Wolf. Devin Michael Woomer. Ava Alexis Yarnell. Isaac James Yarnell. Violet Marie Yingling. Sophia Marie Zangrilli. Hunter John Zemros. Class of 2025.
By the power vested in me as president of the Hollidaysburg Area School Board, it gives me great pleasure to declare the class of 2025 as graduates of the Hollidaysburg Area High School and alumni of the Hollidaysburg Area School District. Congratulations, everyone.